Looks pretty still out there. I don't know, 38 degrees, 6:45. Pretty clouds. Still pretty dark out. It's a thick cloud. Come on, Steve. Let's go. Turn around. Steve was waiting for us. They have the lights on this morning. We're gonna start the day, see what we see. 1, 2, 3, let's go out the door. Ooh, he's doing a little spin. That was a little anticyclonic spin. That's what we have, anticyclonic weather creating, anticyclone is a high pressure system. The high pressure system did bring in some colder air yesterday as well off to our east. And now we're getting into a cyclonic system. That cyclone would be a counterclockwise circulation that brings in low pressure and warmer air. It's a warm front going by, and the reason we have to have the lights on this morning is because those clouds out there are about 25,000 miles, 25,000 feet thick. Slow down, TK. It's more of a in a hurry every morning lately because we're trying to beat the crew who are out here. They dug the trench yesterday and started laying the stone that's going to go beneath the blocks. So that's the story with the construction right now. And the story with the weather is this is a warm front going by. Temperature this morning in Boston is in the low and mid 30s. We're at about 38 degrees here, and the wind is from the east. And even at the south coast to start the day, we were 35 to 40 with the wind coming in from the southeast. But it's a warm front going north of us, and we're all going to warm up. The cold air that got established is in central Maine. That's where temperatures are in the single numbers, but it is cold enough this morning for snow in our higher elevations. If it snowed here at all this morning, I missed it, but I looked at Steve's cam in Shrewsbury at 6:30. That's when the sun was already above the horizon, and there were some wet snowflakes and a little bit of coating of snow on the trees there. So today, February 27, is day 59 in a row with at least a little snow somewhere in New England. Yesterday morning, we picked up some snow in our ski resorts, and this morning, the northern edge of the snow is just arriving at places like Mount Mansfield, where the snow depth now at Mount Mansfield is up to 97 inches. So as the snow disappears from southern New England, the snow is piling up in far northern New England, especially at the higher elevations. And another few inches of snow today. As Steve scoping it out, you're not going to go over, right? We're not allowed near the edge. And our snowpack here is diminishing. I walk gingerly over the last of this tundra, and my glacier is shrinking rapidly. And let's check the ice bucket. It is gone. All right. So now it's a water bucket, and it's got almost 7 inches of water. And let's see if we got anything in the gauge last night. Not much. There's a chance of some more rain later today, but we just picked up a trace of rain. We're right on the boundary with the warm front, but there's going to be an even warmer front and a cold front coming at southern New England, and a warm front lifting into northern New England today and again tomorrow. So things are coming fast and furious. Here's the weather prediction surface analysis with a prediction center, and you can see sort of a spider web of mostly low pressure systems here with an occluded low. That's called an occluded low in central New York with the purple line, and that's moving to the east. And there's another one over Lake Superior that's coming in tomorrow. So they're coming fast and furious. It's going to be warm front, cold front, all in the next 48 hours. What do you think of that, Steve? That is cat mint, by the way. We saved it, and watch what happens when you give a cat mint. It's like tea for breakfast. There you go, Steve. There's some morning breakfast for you. A little morning breakfast. Rex is waiting patiently over there to go back in. And here's the NAM 3-kilometer high-resolution guidance showing the blue is snow and the green is rain. Snow is lifting to the Canadian border. Low pressure is going to go right across northern New England. And then it kind of shuts down a little bit. And then this evening, look at that, over Cape Cod and the islands. Martin, Bruce, you getting a thunderstorm at 7 o'clock tonight on Nantucket? That is the warm front, cold front combination going back by, and the snow kind of breaks up, but then recharges a little bit with a colder front in Vermont. And so several inches of snow Some of the highest elevations, especially from Mount Mansfield to Sugarloaf, should be able to pick up 5 or 6 inches of snow. And this only shuts down briefly late tonight and tomorrow. The cold does not get established here tomorrow like we were thinking. So the thaw is going to continue in Boston and point south, not getting to freezing before the next system races in here tomorrow afternoon. Here comes another batch of snow. Where did that come from? Well, that's that new low that just appeared a few days ago for Saturday. And you take it into Saturday, and that rain snow line tries to come back down to Shrewsbury again and then lifts back on Saturday. And more snow for northern New England again Saturday before the cold air really becomes established in all of New England Sunday. And here's the Boston meteogram, and showing the temperature spiking up to near 50 today, and then almost getting to freezing tomorrow, but no, it's not going to make it. So the thaw is going to continue. That'll be day 5 and 6, and mud season for southern New England, mud season a little bit for northern New England at lower elevations, and then the cold air comes in after some Saturday rain around here on Sunday and Monday. We are below freezing into about Tuesday morning before, oh my goodness, my heart sank when I saw what's supposed to happen next Thursday. It's changed again, and not in a good way if you like snow and snow skiing. And my heart kind of sank. It felt like the rug was pulled out from me. Because we've been talking about how March was going to start off snowy, and technically it is. I mean, it is going to be snowing on Saturday, but the cold isn't going to take hold as strong as we thought it was going to. So you ready for the GFS? Let me just go over here and see how Rex is doing. Rex is a little bit tangled up. You want to go back inside, and I'll start showing the GFS. Okay, Rex, it's a little drippy too. Oh, look who's here. Hi, Mitt. We always want to say hi to Mitt if we get any opportunity. And here's the GFS. And I looked at all the guidance, and it's fairly consistent. And the GFS shows today's weather system there, low pressure going across northern New England. When the low goes to your north, you get air from the south, and the boundary is right over us. And then we've had a series of Thursday weather events that have been difficult to forecast, and this is no slouch. But just about every other Friday, we saw cold, windy weather come in. But before that cold, windy weather can get established, here comes another powerful storm out of the Great Lakes, and it looks almost the same track as today, but it's stronger, so the snow will be heavier, and another batch of rain possible for southern New England, but that's about a half a foot of snow at higher elevation. So between today and last night, yesterday, and tomorrow, that's 10 to 20 inches of snow for the tallest mountains north, so it's not too windy either. That takes off, and then here comes the high pressure system finally, with the real cold air and marginally Arctic air that we've been teasing about, seeing I thought it was going to be here much sooner, coming in Monday and Tuesday with high pressure. And then here's where my heart really sank, and the guidance reverted back to where it was a couple of days ago, and even doubled down on the warmth and water coming up the East Coast here on Wednesday and into Thursday, with severe weather and looks like maybe more than 24 hours of downpours, and temperatures jumping into the 50s and maybe 60s, with winds gusting 30 to 40 miles an hour from the south all the way to the Canadian border. That would be a rapid meltdown with a rainstorm and so much snow and ice to melt around here. If this verifies, that is almost certainly a flood threat for not only our backyards, our basements, but also our rivers. So something to think about for next Thursday. And then Friday, cold air gradually comes in, rain changes back to snow before ending. And then here's the tease with the Arctic air again that we've been talking about for March. Now we're out to Sunday's 240 hours, March 8th. And sure enough, there's a 498 aloft cutoff. That's the thickness number that indicates Arctic air in Ontario, with a wave of low pressure crossing New England. That would be snow for just about anybody where that to come true and where that would occur. But we're on the edge there of Arctic air, and warm to record warm in parts of the southern United States, sort of where we were here a couple of weeks ago, but this will be March style. And so by the looks of things, we are pretty much done with our snow pack, and certainly any ice here in southern New England in my backyard. It's low tide now. It's incoming tide now. And we're coming to the new moon. Is the new moon today? Yeah, I think the new moon is today. So it's your strongest high and low tides. And full moon in 2 weeks has an eclipse with it. We'll talk more about that as we get closer. So that's it for the weather forecast. And more, we had some more fun guests come by yesterday. And
Can you pose next to the snow state?
great to see Eric, Kirk Jr., and Bubba visiting. People,
How deep is it?
we usually see Carl skiing with Bubba in Vermont, but today he's in Hingham with the kids and the grandkids. And how fun is it to play touch a truck and look at all the big real life Tonka trucks they're doing this project. So they got a huge kick out of touring around here, and I got a huge kick out of hanging around with you and looking at the periwinkles and the shells and the worm tracks on the beach there at Wessagusset Beach. So once again, this project is a town, state, federal a collaboration to build a connection between that, they call it the new beach, George Lane, and then they're going to put a pedestrian walkway and fortify this banking. That's what we're looking at here, fortification of the banking and a pedestrian walkway going over to Wessagusset Beach, which is over there. All right, so here's the and more from yesterday. And a gull. Or a couple gulls. All right, what do we got now? Big container. We're gonna fill that with stone, I think. And they're gonna put stone down before they put the blocks down in the big trench. Sun's out. For another 50-degree day. Any excuse to get Mitt in a video enjoying this solar warmth today. February, late February, almost March sun. It's just great. And look at that, they're making some kind of slide for the stone that's gonna go in below the block. All right, Steve, we're not going out here just now. Come on. You get Steve's turn, sit in the sun. TK's turn to see what's going on. Next step of the evolution. As the snowbanks continue to shrink. I have a feeling there's a bunch of stone inside that truck. And they've built a conveyor system over here. They're gonna convey the stone down to the wall is what I'm thinking. There's T-Rex getting some sun. Watching. Waiting. There we go, powering it up. That's a generator, no doubt. Okay. And they're gonna put power to that conveyor system. 11:22. That's cold air advection cumulus clouds with blue sky and a big barge going by. T-Rex is just about ready for his walk. Just 1 second, Rex. Trying to see how the stone shuffle is going out here. All right, looks like they've changed methods. Gonna bring it up in the big bucket loader and use the little system to put the stone onto the top of the conveyor system. So it's gonna be conveyed down the hill. I feel like an old-fashioned cranberry conveyor, huh? That's the stone. I'm sure this is a common thing, it's just new to me. There'll be plenty of leftover stone too if we need it. About 60 hours into the thaw, and our snowpack has dwindled and probably will be non-existent within maybe 24 hours, except for in the coldest spots. Snow bath. Rex loves the snow baths. It's the only kind of bath he gets, really. And they brought their own street cleaner with them, too. Who's that? Who's that? Rex, look. Come here. Dare you, Rex? Dare you go in? Yeah. Go ahead, Rex. What's all that noise over there? Playing this game again. Rex is doing a little squealy sound, and Gracie's got the high shriek, which changes to a low shriek when she can't see where Rex is. And Rex, what is that? Who's chasing who? They can't decide. Okay. This never gets old, does it? Maybe it does get old, but when you only do it once a week, it's not that old. Rex just went down a new hallway. Oh, there he's back.
So when the blocks go in then, how high are they gonna be?
And now, the bin in the backyard. Quite a process. Oh, and this doesn't happen very often. You guys actually get to have a lunch break, a little break between loads of stone. That's cool. Glad to know that you're human too. Hard working. You gotta have the right shoes on for these projects. Yeah. Kind of go up almost your waist, I would say. Let's put a little mud around. Getting a liner too. What's up with the liner? Goes beneath the stone. Truck thermometer says it's 57, is that right? Man, we totally underestimated how warm it was going to be. But you can see the snow is pretty much gone now, except for in the snowbanks and the coldest spots. Bittersweet, as long as it keeps piling up in the mountains. It says 52 now. I think that's more like it. Technically, it is cold air advection, but it's in the 50s again. The tempest is no help. Back to the shop. Just letting the conveyor just fill the bucket. Sprinkling it. Aren't you just the cutest little thing? No? You don't want to lift? Bit me. It's biting me. Here, I'll give you a lift. It's biting me. Where are you going? Going over the neighbors? Okay, see ya. I don't think you want to go that way. Okay, good luck with that. Mind the heavy equipment. Furball cat nap time. They can sleep through pretty much anything. Yikes. They got it down. He knows precisely how far the machine is away from the house. Thank you, Dennis. We're not shaking the cat nap room. That is a cool hat and jacket. Is that the Bruins hat? What's your name? Where you from?
What?
What's your name? Where you from?
Eric.
Eric.
What's your name?
And, hey, Kirk and Eric. Kirk and Eric, you want to see T-Rex jump up and down and go out the door?
Yeah.
Rex, can you do that? Can you jump 1, 2, 3 times? So, He used to run right out to the edge. Yep, you can run out the door too. Grandpa too. And then Rex takes care of business like a good boy. And he usually runs that way, but there's an obstruction. But yeah, you can walk on the plank. You can walk on it. And we're getting a new garden. They're redoing the garden for us. Do you know how to make a crow noise? That's a baby crow, maybe. Ah! Yeah, that's the crow. There are a lot of birds in here. So these bushes were right there.
Are you trying to save them?
Yeah, I'm trying to save them. And the birds now go in them as they are. And I've moved the bird feeder over to here. Moved the flagpole over to here. Yep, it's kind of a classic Yankee backyard with all my stuff.
Where's your worm?
The worm farm is right down there. I can probably find some worms.
Okay.
Can you pose next to the snow stake, please? Can you walk up on that
Go
snow?
up there and go up.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No.
How deep is it?
9. No, it's like 10 inches or 9.
10 inches. That's all. That's up to a T-Rex's head. T-Rex, who's that? Bubba. Bubba's here. Bubba's got a nice big truck. Everyone's getting big trucks nowadays. Rex wants to get in the big truck. Look at him. He wants to go for a ride.
Papa, look it.
Yep, it's the base material. I don't know when it's going in. Look at the size of that bucket. You can't even fit it in there. I gotta compared to a T-Rex.
Here, over here. I'm gonna picture you in here. The bucket. Right here.
That'd be funny.
Come on.
Almost time for a piano and a time lapse here with the sun going down on this beautiful Wednesday, February 25th. Rex, can you get in the bucket too?
Here, Eric, look around.
Look at the size. Rex, you get in there too. Get in there, Rex. Yeah. Sit. Rex, stop. Sit. Sit. Thank you. So this is that stuff that I've been calling chink stone because it kind of chinks together and it fits together. Yeah. Right in here. So this is a stocking area. This way. And there's the big boy truck and massive excavator. There's Patty. Hey Patty, how you doing? Long time no see. How many rocks are there? Can you count them? 5.
There's 5.
It's 5. You're so handsome. Cold air advection. Looks like it's gonna snow up north. What's that? What's that trail right there? Look at that. That's a worm. That worm has moved all the way from where your feet are right there, Eric, all the way down to here. That's amazing. Wow. I think this is a good place for a time lapse of the entire day. Cold air advection clouds. T-Rex, come on, stop. Can you go hug T-Rex? This way. See any? It's lots of fun down below the high tide line, that's for sure. Thank you guys for visiting. I'll see you on the slopes.
When are you going up again?
As soon as this construction project is done. Oh, little sundog up there. Okay, conclude with a little sundog right there. Talk to you tomorrow.